thing, and the most expensive thing to fix because of backwards compatibility. If you're still supporting a piece of software that's been around for 15 years, and you have to fix it, think of the complexity of fixing it in a way that the customer doesn't bring. I think one of the things that we need to work into these ideas is the fact that we need to teach and educate people that end of life is important from a security perspective and the cost.
Absolutely. I still have some customers who shall remain nameless, of course, that have client server applications that are, old school client server applications, application talking directly to the database that move like, $40 billion a day in financial transactions. It's ridiculous. And having that be incorporated into that and educating them on the fact that, at some point you got to just call this thing done and write a new one that is using more modern techniques.
And those events, the rewrite is actually cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But what you're talking about there actually is expensive. To rebuild an application, that's going to cost a lot of money.
That's the hardest sell, but I mean the idea behind actually end of life and having a plan, right? Because most companies write it and say, well, we're done. We're over here. Let's continue on with something else.
Until the magic smoke leaves the machine, this thing will keep running.
So we got our 5-minute warning 10 minutes ago, and there's a lot more hands, and I suggest we need to talk about it over beverages. But this is just a glimpse. I mean, this is going to start small. It might not work. It might work. All I know is it seems to be working and sticking with non-security folks a whole lot better than calling their code crappy gigs or telling them they should be secure.
Yeah, telling them they suck doesn't work, and saying, thou shalt do this, that definitely doesn't work. You got to take a different approach to the communication of the message.
And the last point is, and I'm going to talk about this on Saturday at B-Sides, is we are a very hostile industry. We tend to eat our own and look for everything wrong in each other's ideas. And so far, the ones I've seen that have worked elsewhere in this industry are when people look for what's right in an idea and help us accentuate the good and mitigate the bad. So I'm hoping that, warts and all, people will take a nurturing attitude towards this, spread the word, get involved, drag a buddy to an OWASP meeting. Because what I've found is when people start to get a glimpse at security, it's pretty interesting to them. It's not a burden, it's not a crutch, it's something they tend to find a lot of value in. So please be nurturing, please be rugged, and please spread the word.
On that note, it doesn't work for the non-security professionals at all. And there needs to be more translation done for, and it sounds silly sometimes because it seems so obvious to us because we live it and we know the lingo, we know how it works. You really have to kind of, quote unquote, dumb it down a little bit just to be able to clearly communicate what it is that you're actually talking about. Because if you just say, oh, you're vulnerable to CSRF, they're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it's not even about dumbing it down, it's about first principles.
Right,
they don't have that grounding.
Yeah, it's just like, we're talking about martial arts as an example, like, you know what you do when you're a black belt in karate? You do blocks and kicks and punches. It's the same thing. You teach people the basics and break it down
wax on,
in a way.
wax off.
Wax on, wax off, exactly. So we need to do more of that, more teaching, and not so much just, go read this advisory. Because developers that don't know security, they don't know how to do that. It doesn't mean anything to them. So try to look for ways to communicate it in ways that are, a little bit more straightforward. That's all I got there.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.